Feeling a bit chilly lately? Finding this particular season a bit on the cold side? Well, nothing a few hundred bullets and explosions can fix. Welcome to Cold Winter, a first-person shooter developed by Swordfish Studios and published by Vivendi for the PS2 back in 2005. It's a game where you get to play as a secret agent in a stealth mission of utmost importance, which actually means you mow down hundreds of soldiers in a very bombastic, action-packed fashion. And while the game itself may feel a bit generic compared to the countless other shooters of its time, it offers an interesting presentation and unique gameplay features. But will it be enough to stand out against the competition? Let's arm ourselves with our trusty machine gun and very stealthily blow up a couple of military bases as we explore the mysterious world of Cold Winter.
We have a saying in my line of work: if you die on the job, don't expect your colleagues to show up at your funeral. So here's Andy Sterling, stuck in a Chinese prison about to be executed. MI6 has disavowed him. He's as good as dead, which is why he's just the man I need.
Let's get out of here.
Besides, he saved my life once. So I owe the bastard. I want you in, man.
What are you offering, Daddy?
What do you think?
25% gets you a deal.
And I have a funny way of repaying old debts.
I had a vision, you know. A dream of a better world.
Cold winter. No tucks, no license, no mercy.
First things first, let's talk about the game's plot. Blah 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 secret agencies, blah 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 nuclear weapons, blah 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 save the world from the crazy guy behind everything. Okay, fine, I'll give you a proper summary, jeez. We play as Andrew Sterling, a former British Special Forces soldier working for MI6. And you better believe this guy's British, he even says bollocks and all. Anyway, the game begins with us in China's political prison, tortured and deleted from MI6's files to avoid any pesky international incidents. Thankfully, we are saved by our vague romantic interest called Kim on behalf of our old friend Daniel Paris. And it only took 6 months, how nice of them! But since no good deed goes unrewarded, we have to repay our debt with one last job. Eliminate the leaders of an arms-dealing cartel that has a top-secret missile guidance system in their possession called Octopus. Kind of a weird name for a weapon of mass destruction, but Andrew accepts the mission and travels to Egypt along with Kim to save the world. Along the way, we get various flashbacks of Andrew's and Kim's pasts, including how they met and became who they are today. There is also some bizarre mention of something happening in Tiananmen Square. That's strange, I don't think anything interesting ever happened there. In any case, Andrew and Kim are an inseparable duo capable of pulling through any tough situation. So yeah, Kim dies, but at least we get to assassinate the bad guys. Game over, right? Wrong, of course. The true antagonist behind it all is John Gray, who read an H.G. Wells novel once and thought, you know what? To save the world from nuclear destruction, I'll do it first. That'll teach humanity. I'm clearly a misunderstood genius. But he feels bad about it now. So Andrew travels to the Himalayas to dismantle Gray's secret organization and save everyone from Operation Cold Winter. Yep, I said the thing. We can wrap things up now. The story was written by Warren Ellis, which I guess must mean something to some of you, since he is a famous writer who also worked on Dead Space. And you know what? He did a great job here. The writing is top-notch, the dialogue is realistic, and the narrative is perfectly serviceable for such a game, even though it loves the smell of its own farts. Don't get me wrong, the plot is very intricate and well told. I just don't like how self-serious and up its ass it is. Like, I get it, being a soldier is tough, but have you tried being a gamer? They're the real oppressed ones in this society. Yeah, okay, I'm full of shit, but thankfully the story isn't. It's a standard spy action movie kind of deal, but it does a good job introducing us to the characters, the game's world, and the non-stop shooting action. So Cold Winter may not be the prettiest game out there, but it's still very technically impressive. Sure, the textures look muddy, the colors are muted, and the models are like plastic dolls used for nefarious purposes, but there is a certain attention to detail that you rarely see in games even nowadays. The levels, for example, are very interactive, with tons of objects you can activate or open up for extra items and secrets. Certain elements of the environments are also destructible, allowing you to deal with tough combat scenarios easily, progress through the level, or unlock hidden loot. It's nowhere near the level of interactivity games such as Black offer, but for a PS2 game, it's way more than I expected. There is even an advanced physics model, ragdolls, and actual real-time dismemberment. It's crazy! Not to mention the juicy explosions and meaty blood effects. Hell, they even programmed flies and maggots to gather around dead bodies. They didn't have to do that, but you know what? As a proud psychopath, I'm pleased they did, because it adds that much more realism and intensity to the overall experience. And of course, since this is a globe-trotting spy thriller adventure, you get to visit all sorts of cool places, like China, Egypt, the Himalayas, and the obligatory sewer level. Nah, don't worry, it's not that bad really. There are no bullshit water puzzles or meaningless exploration, just killing dudes over and over, just the way I like it. And I enjoy the music as well. It perfectly captures the spirit of the adventure, with atmospheric tracks during the quieter stealth segments and fierce orchestral compositions accompanying us while we blow our way through each area. Overall, Cold Winter is not a looker by today's standards, but damn she's got a great personality. Everything besides the graphics is spectacular, with smooth animations and stunning physics, while the voice acting is on point and the music will pump you up for an exciting time. What more could you need? At first glance, you'd mistake Cold Winter for just another run-of-the-mill first-person shooter. And I don't blame you. The first boss is a helicopter you take down with an unavoidable turret section. Doesn't get any more cliché than that. However, the game has a few aces up its sleeve, all thanks to its engine called the Karma Physics engine. What is this metaphysical bullshit? Well, according to my good friend Wikipedia, it's an engine that allows advanced interactivity with the game's world. Essentially, it means that you'll get to open a whole bunch of shelves, cupboards, and toolboxes to retrieve quest items and unlockables. Doesn't sound very exciting, huh? But wait, here comes the good part. The engine also allows for a sophisticated physics model along with ragdoll effects. Oh yeah, we can move and throw around boxes, flip tables for cover, or even grab them and use them to block doors. Combined with the fact that enemies act realistically to your bullets, with member-specific hurt animations and impressive flipping and flopping when they die, it feels like we're playing a proper action movie, where every level has the potential of becoming a massive playground of distraction, with endless opportunities to blow our enemies to smithereens. Thankfully, the gunplay itself is also superb, with a vast array of weapons at our disposal. We have over 30 guns to choose from. Pistols, shotguns, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, pretty much all the classic first-person shooter tools of death are here, and they all feel great to shoot our enemies with. It's a shame there is a 2-weapon limit though, as it railroads the experience and limits experimentation. At least there is a whole bunch of different grenades. I'll be honest, not really a grenade guy myself, but it's cool that there is a mechanic where we can use any loot collected to craft grenades to blow people up, as well as lockpicks to access optional areas. It's not much, but it adds a much needed extra wrinkle of complexity to the gameplay. The levels are as linear as you'd expect, but they try mixing things up now and then with secret areas, platforming segments, rudimentary place the object in the slot puzzles, and extended combat sections. You'll rarely get lost navigating its area since you'll always have a handy arrow showing you the next objective. It's a bit hand-holdy, sure, but it lets us focus on the action, and oh boy is the action fantastic. And you know what makes it even better? Real-time dismemberment, just like in Soldier of Fortune. Fuck yeah, that's the stuff I'm talking about. A well-placed headshot will pop an enemy's head right off its body, and explosions can turn them into limpless pickles. Funniest shit I've ever seen. But besides the spectacle of it all, there is also a strategic gameplay mechanic attached to this system. You see, almost all enemies wear body armor, which you can then loot off of their bodies. The more body shots they receive, the more damaged the armor becomes, resulting in it contributing less to your overall protection. What a genius way to promote skillful gameplay, right? Oh yeah, there is also a scoring system, but it's way too harsh. Okay, I get it, I suck at aiming with a controller, you don't have to hit me with a D rank every single level. I guess the game needs to balance things somehow, since the experience overall is quite easy. You'll rarely run out of armor and you can heal yourself to full anytime you want, at the cost of having to suffer through a super slow healing animation. At least the enemy AI is competent for its time. They can take cover, do sick flips, throw grenades and surround you, but there's still no match for us as we do the classic standing still stoically as we riddle them with bullets. Oh well, makes our job easier. Overall, Cold Winter surprised me with its depth. On the surface it looks like your typical shooter, but with above average gunplay, interesting level design and cool set pieces. But dig deeper and you'll find a level of interactivity that most games barely bother with, even to this day. An awesome physics model, entertaining ragdolls and tearing our enemies apart from limb to limb? It sounds gruesome and it looks brutal, but it's the kind of brutal I like. Not sure what that says about me though. If I had to describe Cold Winter with some sort of simile like a prophetic figure, I'd say it feels like watching a good, no bullshit action movie. You just turn it on, deactivate your brain because you know it's not gonna challenge you mentally in any way, and just enjoy the mindless killing. It's straightforward, engaging, and simply a fun time all around. Sure, its graphics won't blow you away, and despite all the gimmicks the action is fairly standard, but the intricate story, explosive set pieces, revolutionary physics, and solid gunplay make it a worthwhile experience. At the end of the day, it's a damn good first-person shooter where you get to blow people apart literally with a huge arsenal of big-ass weapons. Sometimes that's all you need. If you enjoy classic spy thrillers and rooty-tooty point-and-shooties, it's really a no-brainer. Give this game a try, you're gonna have a great time with it. And if you don't, play with a friend or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I had to say about Cold Winter. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment your thoughts below and subscribe for more stuff, you know how it goes. You can also support me on Patreon or become a channel member for early access to my videos and other perks. Have a great day and until next time, take care and have fun.